Alright, it's that time again. Miss Jones's story time. Okay, so we are reading Key Hunters, and we are on chapter 11. In the previous chapter, we had some good fortune that came on our side, that fortuitous moment, as Artie said, where the characters were not crushed by a cart coming down the stairs. And then Artie told us that he knows who did it. Now, we have 14 chapters, but at chapter 10, Artie says that he knows who stole the Moonstone. So let's see what we find out. Artie paced up and down the hallway. The grandfather clock read 11:40 or 11:54, and everyone was there. Colonel and Lady Musgrave, Kumar, Beatrice, Cunningham, Chef Lilith, and Worthington. Oh dear. Now the groom has seen the bride, Lady Musgrave said. More bad luck for the Musgrave family. Mother, the wedding is not until tomorrow, Beatrice sighed. Chapter 11. Let's see if Artie's right. See what happens. I hope this will be quick, Worthington said. He glanced at his watch, which he held in a gloved hand. My men will be here soon to remove the grandfather clock for safekeeping. If we catch the thief, we won't need your men, Evans said. If, Cleo said, I don't see how our clues add up to anything. Please, everyone, let Detective Baker speak, Musgrave said. He sat on a leather chair and crossed his good leg over his wooden one. At first I was stumped, Artie said, walking past each suspect as he spoke. Although you were all in the house, none of you had an opportunity to steal the Moonstone. It was with Beatrice the whole time. Except when I left the room to get the glue, Beatrice said. Precisely, Artie said. This puzzled me until I realized that trying to discover who came into Beatrice's bedroom might not be the best place to start. Get to the point, Musgrave bellowed. We know our thief tried to crush us with the chandelier and used the ladder hanging from the third floor to move secretly around the house, Artie said. If we can figure out who used the ladder, we'll know who committed the crime. Anyone could have used it, Chef Lilith said. Not just anyone, Evans said. Colonel Musgrave has a wooden leg. He would never step on the rungs. So that's the chapter. Let's see if we have a photo for the next picture. Or next page. No, we don't have a photo on the next page. Okay. And Lady Musgrave's puffy skirt won't allow her to grow up it because they would have gotten in the way, Cleo said. Artie looked Cunningham up and down. Cunningham, you're way too heavy to have used a ladder, he said. I'm not that heavy, Cunningham said, sucking in his belly. But in this case, I'm glad to be carrying a few extra pounds. And by that, you don't mean British money, right? Cleo said. She bent down and scratched Watson behind the ears. We saw Beatrice and Kumar in Beatrice's room just before the chandelier fell on us, so we know neither of them could have cut the rope, Evan said. Artie strode across the carpeted hallway and stood in front of Worthington. That just leaves one person, Artie said. Worthington took a tiny step back. What are you suggesting? He asked. I'm not suggesting anything, Artie said. I'm saying that Jules Worthington IV stole the Musgrave Moonstone. Preposterous, Worthington said. I have witnesses to prove I was at the bank when the Moonstone disappeared. Artie sighed. And that's where I'm stumped, he said. You can't go around accusing people of crimes, Worthington said. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to meet my men downstairs so they can move the clock. Evan felt the sting from the scrape on his right hand, and that gave him an idea. What if I can prove you were on that rope ladder? He said. You couldn't possibly, Worthington said. Here's our picture. If you look at his hands, he's wearing gloves. I wonder why he's wearing gloves, guys. Which is the next question. Why are you wearing gloves? Evan asked. It's a bit chilly tonight, Worthington said shiftily. No, it's not, Kumar said, stepping around the smashed chandelier. It's warmer than Rajasthan in late August. I noticed Worthington's shiny fingernails when we first met him, Evan said. Now he's wearing gloves. We scraped our hands climbing down the rope ladder. I'll bet Worthington did too. Worthington was with the bank team when they searched the house, Cleo said. He could have attached the rope ladder to the windowsill then. Worthington, remove your gloves, Colonel Musgrave said. Worthington glared at Musgrave and then peeled off his gloves. A large scrape stretched from his wrist to his knuckles. This doesn't prove anything, he said. I could have gotten this scrape anywhere. Without the diamond, without proving how it was stolen, you have no case. Now I must insist you stay right where you are, Evan said. He walked across the hallway and stood in front of the huge grandfather clock. I know where the Musgrave Moonstone has been hidden all along. So, where does Evan think the Musgrave Moonstone is? Okay, so chapter 12 is next. We've got 3 chapters left, 12, 13, and 14. So, where does Evan think that Musgrave Moonstone is? And did you predict that it was actually Worthington? Did you think that Worthington was our thief this whole time? I'll admit, I didn't. I was thinking that it was Beatrice, that she actually really kept it this whole time. So, what did you think? And make sure you go to either comment below with the questions I've asked you in the video, or go ahead and go to the Facebook page and answer the questions that are on chapter 11. Alrighty. Bye, guys. See you next time.